Right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makar and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the last one, Kadash, Son. Now say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, where I can Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is an outside lesson that I want to bring out, Matthew 24, verse 6, and that's going to be the title of the outside lesson as of November the 7th, 2025, on this Friday afternoon. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled for all these things, which first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so it's not gonna end just yet. It's not gonna end just yet, but it's gonna come to pass, but not gonna end just yet. So on an everyday basis, that we're seeing the wars that Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai spoke about during His times. You know, as He spoke to the disciples at the Mount of Olives during the end times, that was saying it was gonna occur in the near future. So now we start to see that increasing in these times. So we definitely could see this being increasing in these modern day times as well too. As the years and generations have been passed on down, you know, we see increasing signs of that. Now we're in these times, Yahweh Shai spoke about, you know, it's going to be increasing modern day significant signs of wars or rumors of wars, and that's what we're seeing. And we're seeing between, you know, we see China, Russia, Iran, North Korea. You know, we're seeing these, nuclear tensions are heating up between these nations. Because a couple of days ago, you had the United States recently launched their military missile launch, I believe. And then, this is a nuclear test that they haven't had in a very long time. So that shows, that's an indicator right there that we're seeing the modern day building up of a nuclear arms race. Just like you had Russia, they sent that warning towards the United States because of that nuclear test that they did. And then you had the United States send that warning to Russia because they did their nuclear arms test. So as of lately, you know, for the past, I would say 2.5 weeks now, and as of recently, you've been seeing these nuclear arms race between the United States and Russia. Just like the Trump administration, like I would say, like last week, he mentioned that they had no choice but to do it because they see China, Russia, and all these other nuclear nations, and they do their military testing. He was saying that why not we cannot do it. So a couple of days ago, they did a nuclear arms testing of the missile. So that shows you that the tensions are really heating up for these modern day nuclear arms race between these nations. So we see these economic wars, we see these trade wars, we see these terror wars, we see these nuclear arms tensions and nuclear tensions are heating up between these nations. That's why Yahweh Shai says that they're going to see an increasing uptick of modern day wars and rumors of wars. And that's what we're seeing. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. It says, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled for all these things must first come to pass, but the end's not yet. Right, so it's going to be a modern day wars and rumors of wars. Now we understand it's going to come to pass in the field, but it's not going to end just yet. So that's what we're seeing, what's going on down there in the South China Sea. We're seeing China versus Taiwan that's heating up. We're seeing North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, the United States. Because I believe as of today, you had North Korea. They fired off their missiles, but you had Pete Hegseth, was part of the defense board. You know, he had went over there to South Korea to see the president of South Korea. To building up their military alliance, to building up their economic alliance. Now, so whatever other ongoing tensions that they have against North Korea. So Japan, South Korea, and the United States, they've been having their military building up because they did their military exercise drills, just like North Korea did their military exercise drills, and they fired off their missiles as well too. So that shows you that reminds these foreign nations are in, and that's why we're seeing wars and rumors of wars. As we see what's been going on for the past 2.5 months, all the way into August and all the way into November, we've been seeing tensions been escalating down there in Latin America, especially the United States arms versus Venezuela arms. So these are signs of wars and rumors of wars. So the tensions been heating up between the president of Europe, because a couple of weeks ago you had the Trump administration use economic sanctions on them because potentially that you had the United States, I would say like mid-October or the end of October, because you know the Trump administration did a drone strike, a missile strike on those boats over there that's I believe they survived that whole incident, and then they were sent back to Hong Kong, I believe. So that shows you that hey, you had recently, I would say like 2.5 weeks ago, you had a submarine ship that was over there in Trinidad. So that shows you that the tensions are stirring up between the nations on a day-to-day basis. So these are signs of increasing significant signs of wars and rumors of wars building up. And as we're seeing the Russia-Ukraine situation, that's intensifying. And then we're seeing Belarus and Russia together, which they recently signed deals. And then you had the Orset Peninsula that been sent over to Belarus, which they've been doing nuclear testing, missile testing. Because they've been having previous meetings with the president of Belarus, saying that if he hates the NATO, he's a strike against Russia and Belarus that will bring us against as well too. So we've definitely seen, especially from the past, I would say October and September, you've been seeing increasing close encounters between, I would say, Poland, Estonia, Romania. They've been having close encounters with Russians. They've been violating the airspace. So that shows that tensions have been really heating up, because this is not the first time, especially between Poland and Russia. This is not the first time that they had close encounters. This is like the 34th time last time I checked. So you had Estonia, Romania, and Poland as well too. So the tensions between, because they're part of NATO. So you have NATO and Russia. So these tensions are stirring between nations between NATO and Russia. So that's another sign of wars and rumors of wars heating up. It says, Matthew 24 and verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, that's what we're hearing on a daily basis, wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled for all these things, but first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so we're not going to be troubled these other things, because it's going to come to pass in the field, just like how Shai told the disciples, hey, be not troubled these things, because it's going to come to pass in the field. So they took heed to that, and then we're taking heed to that as well too. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying in Matthew 24 verse 6, and that was the topic of our outside lesson as of November 7th, 2025, on this Friday afternoon. And the title of our lesson once again was Matthew 24 verse 6, and that was the title of the outside lesson. So hopefully this was edifying. And with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barak Nagash, and the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh. And it's